All right, we live.
Yeah, we like.
All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost,
Well,
I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to Allah Akim out there that's pushing this work and doing this work in sincerity, in charity, with humiliation, risking your lives and freedom to do so. To you, Akim, and you fellow Aquath out there that's watching and learning, to you I salute. All right. So today, this is the brother Karatazak, Yasharalha from the GMS Bahamas camp, and I'm on the line with the brother Yashawan. You know, so you guys can go into this brief topic. You know, the man, which there's countless of videos that's out there on this topic, John 3 and 16. You know, so we're gonna go into John 3 and 16 and bring it out again, just for edification. You know, the man. You know, so
yeah.
the brother Yashawan, if you could start at verse 1. You know,
John.
yeah, yeah, John chapter 3 and verse 1.
This is John chapter 3. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews.
Right. So this is the ruler of the Jews. All right, and this is a conversation with Nicodemus and Yahweh Shai. All right. Read on.
The same came to Yahweh by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from the Most High. For no man can do these miracles doest, except God be with him.
All right, so now we can speed it up now. We can jump down to verse 13 now. All right. Jump to verse 13.
Right.
You know, because what we're gonna find out, we're gonna also find out that John 3 and 16 is also linked to the elect of the nation of Israel. So we will start at verse 13 to set up that point. All right.
This is John chapter 3, verse 13. And no man had ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven.
Gone. Right. So we know that this is talking about Yahweh Shai. You know, you could pick up Proverbs 30 and 4 just to solidify this point. You know, because Yahweh Shai is telling Nicodemus that no man had ascended up to heaven, you know, but he that came down from heaven, you know, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven, speaking about Yahweh Shai. All right.
This is
You know, so
Proverbs 30 and 4. Who had
give me
ascended
the first
up
line in
into
that.
heaven?
Salakia, give me the first line in that.
All right. This is Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 4. Who had ascended up into heaven?
Time. Right. So this is a question. All right. Who has ascended up into heaven? Or who has descended? All right. And Yahweh Shai is answering that question here now. You see what I said? In verse 13, in John 3 and 13, speaking about himself.
Right.
See that? So now, what we're going to do, we're going to read now verse 14.
All
You
right.
know,
John
John 3
chapter
and
3
14.
and verse 14.
Right.
And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Done. All right. So Yahweh Shai is drawing an illustration here using Moses. All right. And We're going to get that account. All right. The setup give you the understanding leading up to John chapter 3 and verse 16. All right. Because like I said, Yahweh Shai is using Moses to illustrate a point. All right. So you could bring out our precept, Numbers chapter 21. We'll start at verse 4.
Numbers 21 and 4.
You could read on down to verse 9.
Numbers 21 and verse 4. And they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to compass the land of Edom. And the soul of the people was much discouraged because of the way. And the people spake against the Most High and against Moses. Wherefore have ye brought up of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no bread, neither is there any water, and our soul loatheth this light bread. And Yahweh sent forth fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died.
Right, and that's talking about venomous snakes. All right, poisonous snakes. All right, read on.
This is verse 7. Therefore, the people came to Moses and said, We have sinned, for we have spoken against Yahweh and against thee. Pray unto Yahweh that he take away the serpents from us, for the people.
Right. So what's happening here? Moses is being a mediator for those people that sin against the Most High. All right. So now we're going on to see why Yahweh Shai is using this illustration. All right. You see that, right? All right. Because the same way how these Moses act as a mediator for the people of Israel, Yahweh Shai now is that mediator for the people of Israel. That's why he's using this point. All right. Read on.
Verse 9.
Verse 8. Verse 8.
Verse 10.
Verse
And
8.
the children of Israel.
Verse 8. Verse 8.
Verse 8. And Yahweh spoke unto Moses, Make thee a fiery serpent, and set it upon a pole, and it shall come to pass that everyone that is bitten, when he looketh upon it, shall live.
Right, so he's showing mercy, salvation. All right, read.
And Moses made a serpent of brass, and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
All right, so you see that. All right, you see that. All right, so that's showing mercy. So now we're going to go back into John chapter 3, and you can pick it up at 14 and 15.
Right.
All right, because, all right, read.
15.
Read verse 14 again, yeah.
Right. And as Moses lifted up the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Right. And Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness to who? To Israel. All right.
Yeah.
Read.
Verse 15. That whosoever believeth in him should not perish.
Right. You know. So now, yeah, there's people might say, well, oh, you had a mixed multitude in the wilderness. All right. But we're gonna cut that and we're gonna debunk that right now. That's dealing with the nation of Israel. All right. So for that, we're going to go into the book of First Corinthians, chapter 10. Start at the top.
First Corinthians chapter 10, reading from verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea.
Right. So Paul is making a statement here, right? It says, moreover, brethren. And Paul, brethren, according to Romans chapter 9, are Israelites. See what I'm saying? Because you see how it's saying all our fathers?
Our fathers.
Okay, so that excludes the other nations. All right? And the Christians, in the Christian churches, they love Paul writings. All right? So this excludes all the heathens. See what I'm saying? But it can get better as we read on. Read.
Verse 2. Baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Right, and what nation being in the wilderness at that time? The nation of Israel. All right? Read.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat.
Read on.
Drink the same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. And that rock was Yahushua Mashiach.
All right, read on.
But with many of them, God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Right, you see what I say now? Who was in the wilderness? All right? The nation of Israel. And it said that were overthrown in the wilderness would have said that murmur against the Most High and Moses. All right? Read.
Verse 6. For our example, to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted.
Read on.
Neither be idolaters, them, as it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play.
Right, and that's going into these churches today, which that goes back into the worshiping of the golden calf in the wilderness, would represent the church and thing today. All right, and it's going to, the next voice is going to break that down. Yeah. All right, read.
Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000.
All right, read.
Neither let us tempt Yahushua, as some of them also tempted of serpents.
You see that? Speaking about the Israelites. So Yahushua is saying back in John 3 and 14, the same way Moses raised up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. All right? So we are to glorify Yahushua. All right? So now you could go back and jump to John chapter 3 and 16 now and 17.
All right. John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved.
Done. All right. Now, it says here, we can focus in on verse 16, because it said here, everlasting life. You know, and then in verse 17, it said save. All right. But we can deal with that first, and then we can go into the word world. All right. So for that, because Yahushua was spoken about in the prophets. All right. So now we're going to get one of the account in the prophets. All right. So let's go to Isaiah 45 and 17.
Isaiah 45 and 17. Shall be saved in the day of Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
Right. You see that? So that everlasting life, that is spoken about in John 3 and 16, and that world through him might be saved, is speaking about Israel, because it says Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. All right, so that let you know that that world right there, that what that is talking about, is speaking about the nation of Israel. All right, not everybody. All right. Now, when you go back to John 3 and 16, the man, when you look it up, when you look up the word world in John 3 and 16, you'll see that the word world there is cosmos in the Greek, an apt, harmonious arrangement, order, government. All right.
Right.
Now, when you look up the word order, you know, order is a noun. All right, we're speaking about people. See what I'm saying? And those people that that's speaking about is the elect men. All right, and we're gonna prove that today. All right, so we're gonna bring these out, and then if you have anything to add, we'll just add and flow in the spirit. All right,
Yeah.
so let's prove that this is talking about people. All right, so from there, let's go to John chapter 12. You know,
Right.
because a noun is a people, person, place, people, thing. All right.
Right.
So now we're gonna start at John chapter 12, verse 12. You could read on down to 19.
All right. This is John chapter 12 and 12. On the next day, most people that were come to the feast, when they heard that Yahushua was coming to Jerusalem, took branches of palm trees and went forth to meet him, and cried, Hosanna! Blessed is the King of Israel that cometh in the name of the Lord. When he had found a young ass, sat thereon. Fear not, daughter of Zion. Behold, thy king cometh, sitting on an ass colt. These things understood not his disciples at the first, but when Yahushua was glorified, they remembered they remembered they that these things were written of him, and that they had done unto him. The people therefore that was with him, Lazarus out of his grave, and raised him from the dead, bear record. For this cause the people also met him, for that they heard that he had done this miracle. The Pharisees therefore said among themselves, nothing. Behold, the world is going after him.
Right. So you see that the Pharisees said therefore said among themselves, which they had a council. The man saying if we let this man be, then everybody's gonna follow after him. Right. It says the Pharisees therefore said among themselves, perceive ye how ye prevail nothing? Behold, the world is going after him. And now world is speaking about the elect. All right, the church. All right, with the church,
The
it's
assembly.
also this is it, which is the elect. All right, and we're gonna prove that because when you look up this word world here, this word world uh is the same word in John 3 and 16. All right, so now we're gonna prove
Uh,
that this world here, what these Pharisees is speaking about, as well as John 3 and 16, we're going to show you that they are actually the elect. All right. So for that, we're going to jump now to the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 25. All right?
Right. That's a precept I have in my mind is to bring out, you know, the truth that point to.
Yeah.
Right. This is Ephesians 5:25.
Yeah.
Love your wives. Yahweh also loved the church and gave himself for it,
Go on, read.
that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the sword, by the word,
All right. So you could read on down to verse 30.
that he might present it to himself a glorious church, which is a glorious congregation or assembly, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. Wife loveth himself, for no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourished it and cherished it, even as the Lord the church.
Go on.
For we are members of his body and of his bones.
Go on. So Yahweh Shai just tell you that the church is the elect. All right? And the church, they are his family. All right? It says we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones. All right? So let's prove now that that is speaking about family. All right? Let's prove that. And it's evident that our Lord sprang out of the tribe of Judah. All right? So we're going to use the same line here of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones, and go precept upon precept and show you that this is speaking about the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? So for that, let's go into the book of Judges, chapter 9. You know, that's to draw this illustration. Judges chapter 9 at start at 1. Yeah.
Well, this is Judges chapter 9, and verse 1. And
Abimelech.
Amalek, Jerubbaal, went to Shechem unto his mother's brethren and communed with them, all the families of the house of his mother's father, saying.
Right. So we see here, right? Abimelech, the son of Jerubbaal, went to Shechem, his mother's brother. Right? So this is his uncle. All right. And he communed with them, right? And with all his family, right? Of the house of his mother. All right. So this is family. All right. These is cousins. Right. His uncle and his cousins. All right. Now let's see what he can say to them. Read verse 2.
Speak, I pray you, in the ears of all men of Shechem, whether it is better for you, either that all the sons of Jerubbaal were 70 persons reign over you, or that one reign over you. Remember also that I am your bone and your flesh.
Family members. Didn't Yahweh Shai say that, yeah?
That's what he said.
Okay. So let's get another one. Go to 1 Chronicles chapter 11 and 1.
All right.
All right. 1 Chronicles 11 and 1.
1 Chronicles chapter 11 and 1. Then all the angels gathered themselves to David unto Hebron, saying, Behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh.
Khan. All right. So now let's put the icing on the cake with this one. Now go to Romans chapter 9, 3 and 4. Actually, you could read from 3 to 5. All right.
Romans 9, 3 to 5. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises, who are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahushua came.
Khan. All right. So now when we go back here to Ephesians 5 and 30, it says, For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones. All right. So that right there, that exclude the heathens, the natural Gentiles. So they can't come into this thing. So we see that the churches, what they're teaching that once you have faith and you believe, then you are a part. No, 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 no. It doesn't say that here. The scripture doesn't say that. You see what I'm saying? So this exclude the heathens out of this.
Right.
All right. And we're going to further prove that. All right. So now we're going to jump now to the book of Hebrews chapter 2, and we'll start at verse 9.
Hebrews 2, 9.
Yeah. Start at 9.
This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 9. Shai, who was made a little lower than the angels for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he by the grace of the Most High should taste death.
Right, and we already know who that every man is. That every man is talking about his family members. All right, which are Israelites. More so the elect of the nation of Israel. All right. Read on down.
For it became of him, for whom are all things, and by whom are all things, in bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings.
Go ahead, read.
That sanctified, and they who are sanctified are all of one. For which cause he is not ashamed to call them brethren.
To call them what?
Call them brethren.
Man, and we just read that, right? You see that? So once again, this is a cut to the Christian churches. You see what I'm saying? Huh?
God.
It can't get no plainer than this. All right?
He not ashamed to call them brethren.
Right. His brethren are of his flesh and of his bones. Huh? Who are Israelites, to whom pertain the adoption, the glory, the covenant, the giving of the law, the service of the Most High, and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whose concerning the flesh Hamashiach came. Huh? All right. Read. Verse 12.
I will declare thy name unto my brethren.
Say what?
I will declare my name unto my brethren.
Read.
Behold, I and the children which the Most High had given me.
Wait, where you at? Go back to verse 12.
Oh, sorry, it's lucky. Saying, I will declare thy name unto my brethren. In the midst of the church will I sing praise unto thee.
Right, so his brethren are considered as the church. You see that?
All right.
Who are Israelites. So that exclude all the heathens. All right? Read.
I will put my trust in him. And again, Behold, I and the children of the Most High have given me.
Right. I and the children which the Most High, which God had given me. All right. Yahweh Shai said he pray for them. He pray not for the world. All right. So we seeing that this is the elect that's been called the church, his brethren. You see what I said? Read.
14. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also gave himself likewise, took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death,
Read on.
and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage.
Right. And that's speaking about the Israelites. We still in slavery right now. All right.
God.
Read.
For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, the seed of Abraham.
Right. So that's a cut. That's a cut to those people out there who saying no man know the color of our Lord. You see what I saying? Because I had one fool tell me, man, oh, no one knows the color of our Lord. You know what I mean? The scripture that he took on him the seed of Abraham. All right. Which further solidify and prove that point. All right. That that he took on him that the flesh and his blood the brethren, because he took on him the seed of Abraham. All right. So read on.
It was
17.
Therefore, in all things it behooved him like unto his brethren, that he might be a merciful and faithful high priest in things pertaining to the Most High, to make reconciliation for the sins of the people.
God. And the apostles bring it out that that word reconciliation means to make friendly again. All right. So when was any other heathen nations, or when was any other nation friendly with the Most High? Bring the scriptures to prove that. All right. You don't read.
Verse 18. For in that he himself had suffered being tempted, to succor them that are tempted.
God. All right. So do you have any precepts to bring out, to finish, go into John 3 and 16, we'll just bring it out, So turn the floor over to you.
Well, we have a precept right here, and 8. All right. But God commanded his love towards us, in that while we were yet sinners, Yahweh Shai Mashiach died for us.
Right. And that's going into to the elect.
All right. He died for us because we know that all Israel will be saved. But this is for the elect at this time. And 2/3 of Israel will come back through us, to the elect.
That's it. Yeah. So the further go into this word world, to finish cut up that, we'll go into the book of Hebrews. You could get Hebrews chapter 1 and 2.
Hebrews chapter 1.
Yeah. You could read 1 and 2.
This is Hebrews chapter 1 and 1. God, sundry times, and in divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers of by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
Right? You whom he also made the worlds, plural. All right? So what world that is he speaking about in John 3 and 16? See what I saying? You know?
Yeah.
So let's hit another precept. All right?
So
Get any
11 and
precept, you
3.
can bring it out. Right? Bring it out.
Hebrews 11 and 3. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
All right, break it down.
All right. So, the word words was made through Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai was what created the worlds. You know, basically different nations.
All
And
right.
this is going into faith also. You know, because through faith we understand that each nation were made. Right? Each words were made through by Yahweh Shai. Right? The
Yeah.
Most High, the Most High speak the word. Will come out your mouth when you speak words. Right? So the word proceeded out of the Father, which is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai then it go went and made the words. Okay.
All right. So this is Job 37, sorry. Job 37 and 12. You know, it says, and it is turned around about by his counsel, that they might do whatsoever he commanded them upon the face of the world in the earth. All right. So the world doesn't mean the entire planet. All right. So there's a world in the earth. All right.
Right.
And we just read, you know, a little earlier that the world is Israel, going back to Isaiah 45 and 17. All right.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay.
Uh,
Boy, tell it, you know. So now
you know,
we got another.
our people they don't understand. They don't understand this Bible.
Can,
You know,
you know. So I have another precept.
which we know. You can read the Bible start from Genesis throughout straight down to Revelation. You will never get the understanding. All right. You'll never get
I
that
go,
because you
I
read the
got
Bible like two, three steps, must be one, three steps. You know.
right. So I got another precept. Right. This is Acts chapter 17 and 5. You know, it says, but the Jews which believed not, moved with envy, took unto them certain lewd fellows of the base sort, and gathered a company, and set all the city upon an uproar, and assaulted the house of Jason, and sought to bring them out to the people. All right, so this is talking about the Jews, you know. This is talking about the Jews. You see what I said? Verse 6. It says, and when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying, unto the city, crying, these that are these that have turned the world upside down and are come here also. So once again, it called the Jews the world, just like how it called them the world in John 12 and 19. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't get around it. See what I'm saying?
No.
You can't get around it, you know.
No.
So let's get another one. This is John 18 and 20. You know, it says, Yahweh Shai answered him, I spake openly to the world. I ever taught in synagogue and in the temple, where the Jews always resort, and in secret I have said nothing. All right? So we see it again, the world is also being equated with the Jews. See what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah.
You have anything else you want to add to that?
No, 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 you could,
All right. This is James 4 and 4. It says, Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore be a friend of the world is the enemy of the Most High. And that word enmity means enemy. All right. Let me get another one. This is First John 2 and 15. You know, it says, Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. All right? For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. You know, and we see that every day. For every time we go out there on the highways and byways, we see that. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Most High abideth forever. All right? So, so that's a beautiful thing right there, man. You know,
yeah, man, that's a beautiful precept.
you know. Yeah, so
It's not about the thing, being about the things of this world.
right.
Because
You know, 'cause-
all of the things of this world, which is being carnal, that means you along with the heathens, and you are the heathens, if I should say. But
Fine.
going back to the chapter 10, the Lord tell you learn of the way of the heathen. So if you're doing everything what the heathens doing, then you'll be off the world.
All right. They got a precept, right?
You know?
This is Matthew chapter 6 and 24. It says, No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve
Right?
God and mammon. All right. You know, the scripture talk about being lukewarm as well. He'll spew you out of his mouth. All right.
Uh, yeah.
You know. So let me see, I got one more precept. One more precept.
Yeah. You know, our people, they just love sweet words.
Yeah, yeah, they like smooth talks, man.
They like sweet words and smooth talk, sweet, sweet saying. You know, let's say to the seer, prophesy unto us, uh, right things, a lot of prophesy unto us, smooth things. You know, prophesy unto us lies and deceits. And really and truly, that's like uh that's like and the scriptures say that the Most High hated sin and hated sinners, but they will say the Lord hates the Lord hates sin, but not the sinner.
Right?
You know?
All right. So if you have anything else to add, you could go ahead and then we could bring this to a close. That's all I got on that.
You know? As I talking about but the hate, which also, the world, Yahweh Shai, so therefore the world will hate us, which are the elect. You know, scripture in Psalms 26 and 6 and 5. I have hated the congregation of evildoers with the wicked. You know,
Right. Right.
means that if you are the elect, we ain't sitting with no wicked. You know, because we know the world hated Yahweh Shai, so therefore the world will hate us. So it don't make no sense you dwelling with wickedness, because why? The wickedness consists of uncleanliness, right? And the Lord don't deal with dirt. You know?
Done. Get yeah, this John 15 and 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. And if ye were of the world would have loved his own. But because ye are not of the world, but because I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Remember the word that I have said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my saying, they will also keep yours. All right?
Right?
Yeah, so let's go there to these people as well, hating
Right?
Yahweh Shai, you know.
Father, and he that hated me hated also my father.
Done. Got one more precept. This is Luke 10 and 16. It said, he that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despised you, despised me. And he that despised me, despised him that sent me. All right? So that's going into what you just said, you know. Yeah. So, all right. So,
Yeah.
so
So,
anything
yeah,
else you got to add?
no.
All right. All right. So with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation
Peace
to
and
all the Akimo that is doing the work. Double shalom.